Hello and welcome to the Spirit Spa. In today's message from the wilderness, we're going to be exploring the difference between a victim healer and an active healer. And I'm going to be sharing 4 tips with you on how you can really step into becoming an active healer. I'm Karen Packwood. This is the Spirit Spa, an online sanctuary dedicated to supporting you if you're in the early stages of recovery from a nervous breakdown, so that you can transform this adversity in your life. So what is a victim healer? A victim healer. So a victim healer is somebody who has found themselves in a position of having had a nervous breakdown or in a place of complete burnout. And they're very stuck in the "oh, woe is me" attitude to it. That they blame outside circumstances. They might be very rigid and stuck on blaming events from the past, and they might be very rigid and stuck on blaming things that people have done to them in the past on the causes for their nervous breakdown happening. And they want to stay very rigid and stuck in their bitterness and grudge about that. They're also somebody who becomes quite reliant on things like going to the doctors, constantly going to the doctors and kind of, talking about their symptoms and hoping that the doctor is going to give them some kind of tablet that's actually going to kind of miraculously cure the breakdown and the symptoms of the breakdown. Now, I want to say here right now that I'm not somebody who's antidepressants at all. There is one of my videos where I talk about my own experience with antidepressants and how grateful I was for them on my journey of recovery. But what I'm talking about here is somebody who is just solely relying on the hope that the tablets are going to cure them, and the doctors are going to kind of take a major role in that, and without them having to do much themselves. So a victim healer is somebody who kind of wants to stay quite stuck in that victim role. Even if somebody gave them numerous ways of becoming a more active healer, they would resist them. They would deflect away from them. They would not be interested in engaging with them. Now, there could be very many reasons for that, partly because they might be very aware that some of the issues that triggered their breakdown might be too traumatic for them to actually deal with at this moment in time. So I'm not talking about this victim healer state in a judgmental way. Some people stay in this state for very, very good reasons. But nevertheless, it is a state that keeps you quite stuck in the state of not living a flourishing life. So let's talk about an active healer. An active healer is somebody who understands that this breakdown has probably happened to them for a very positive reason, and that they have some kind of curiosity about what that reason is, and they're interested in actively seeking out the answers. Now, of course, you might not be at that stage immediately. To begin with, there is a crossover between the victim stage and the very early stages of active healing. We quite often are in a stage of being quite sort of shocked, if you like, and traumatized right at the beginning. That does keep us quite stuck. But eventually you do come to a place where you have more energy and more curiosity to actively engage with understanding why the breakdown has happened to you and what are the natural steps forwards towards recovery and reclaiming your life. So an active healer understands that there are many levels to explore here. Not only does an active healer understand that they have to be thinking about the psychological reasons for the breakdown happening, the emotional, the physical, and also the spiritual. There are several layers. And an active healer begins to understand that the recovery is a quest. We are on a new pathway. Life is never going to be the same again, and that's going to be a positive thing. An active healer begins to become very curious about what doesn't serve them anymore in their lives, and how can they release that, and how can they transform those things into something positive and bring new things into their lives. That is very much a part of the healing pathway that I teach within the work that I do with my clients on my natural way healing. It's very much accepting that this breakdown has happened for a very positive reason, and it's probably a case of the fact that perhaps you weren't actually aware of some things that were going wrong in your life, or you didn't want to face up to them. Maybe you were some blind to some things that you were doing in your life that weren't serving you at the highest level. And the breakdown has come in to actually kind of stop you in a most dramatic way, so that you can take the time to do some inner work. The active healing process takes place internally to start with, some inner exploration, some delving in to the feelings that are going on within you, so that you can then begin to alter your external world and actually turn your life into a much healthier and more nourishing place. So on the system that I teach, the Natural Way Healing, there are actually 5 levels to active healing, and I'm not going to describe all of them here because that would take too long, but I just wanted to give you an overview of the active healing stage, and to hopefully explain to you why this is important, because once you understand that you're an active healer, you can actually feel quite pleased with yourself. You know, you are an active healer, and by virtue of the fact that you are watching this video, you are definitely an active healer. You are somebody who is seeking, searching and looking for the answers that are going to help you move you towards recovery. So what are the 4 tips that I can suggest for you that you can do as soon as you've watched this video that can help you take some more active steps forward that are completely in alignment with your energy levels at this moment in time? Step number 1 is I want you to take a few moments to congratulate yourself. At the beginning of this journey of recovery, we're often in such a difficult place and such a low place that we're very, very much connected with our very difficult feelings. Trauma, terror, grief, shame, exhaustion, overwhelm, anxiety, panic, grief, and so on. These are very difficult emotions, and it's hard for us to kind of think about things positively. So I'd like you to take a moment to congratulate yourself. By virtue of the fact that you are watching this video, you are seeking out the answers for your recovery. This is immensely positive and deserves congratulations. So take a moment to do that. The second thing I would like you to do is I would like you to identify your 3 top goals that you would like to attain in your life at this moment in time to help you feel that you're taking your journey of recovery forward. These might be extremely basic things, okay? The third thing that I would like you to do is I would like you to identify 3 obstacles that are stopping you from stepping into attaining those goals. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking about how to overcome obstacles on the healing journey. Now, the 4th thing I would like you to do is I would like you to see if you can find the courage to share these goals and these obstacles, either in the comments box below this video or by emailing me at karenpackwood@gmail.com. Why do I want you to do this? I'd like you to do this because we can feel very, very alone and very isolated in our healing journey. By coming into community with others, by sharing, you automatically begin to release some of the difficult emotions. Just by getting a little bit of support, that can actually begin to help you take your journey forward. If you don't feel that you're quite ready to do that, of course you don't have to, but I just encourage you to see what would it feel like to just send me an email telling me your 3 goals and your 3 obstacles, and just to know that they would be treated completely confidentially, but you're beginning to create a community of support and healing for yourself. That is true active healing. It's completely at the other end of the spectrum of the victim healer who is just kind of wanting to just stay stuck in their very own isolated world and not wanting to believe that there are others who've experienced what they've experienced before who might be able to help them, or that there are other people going through it at this moment in time. So those are the 4 tips that I would like to give you today. This is Karen Packwood, this is the Spirit Spa. Please leave any comments that you would like to in the comments box below. Ask any questions that you would like to ask, either in the comments box below or by emailing me at karenpackwood@gmail.com. If you like the video, please like it. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, and obviously the bell thing to get notifications of when my next video is coming out. But my next video wouldn't be next week, and I'll be talking about how to overcome the obstacles. So this is Karen Packwood, wishing you a very peaceful and loving day. Take care.